Hi, in this session I will demonstrate a simple outbound process in a warehouse managed plant. So a typical outbound process would be we have a sales order or a STO for which an outbound delivery would be made. This outbound delivery now needs to be picked, so a transfer order with reference to the delivery will be made. The transfer order is picked. After picking the transfer order, the TO needs to be confirmed. Once the transfer order is confirmed, the delivery is fully picked and then it is PGI'd. So this completes the process of an outbound delivery in a warehouse managed storage location. Let us see this in the system. I have a sales order in front of me for material 3127, which I have in a warehouse managed plant. The plant is 1000. I'm using a different plant and a different material this time and a different warehouse just to demonstrate the outbound process. So the sales order would be a standard sales order that we typically make. I save this. I continue to make the delivery using the sales order. I go for the creation of the delivery. The delivery is created. Now if you want to process this further, you could use the transaction VL060 for picking. So at this stage, the system would show you all the deliveries that are pending for picking. So in a warehouse managed storage location, typically business would be using this transaction to find out all the deliveries that are pending to be picked. So we can either use this transaction, or for individual testing or creation of a transfer order, we could use the transaction LT03. So we have the warehouse. You can enter the plant. And as we go proceed with the picking. But before we actually do the picking, I would just like to show you the delivery. So here we are with the delivery. So you can see the status, overall pick status as A and overall WM status as A. So in a normal delivery which is not warehouse managed, you will not see the overall WM status A. Also, the item category needs to be relevant for picking so that this delivery could be further processed into a transfer order and the transfer order could be picked. So this is one of the major difference whenever you have a warehouse managed storage location in the way the SD part is integrated with the warehouse. So you can proceed from this part itself with subsequent functions and go to create transfer orders. Since our material has a pick indicator 015, it has picked the sequence which corresponds to 0 and 5. We will see the how to maintain the sequence in the config part. Here we are going to go and pick in the foreground. So the system has picked from storage type 015 and the bin 010101, and the destination is 916. So it will take the material to 916 once we confirm the transfer order. So the picking is done. I create the transfer order by posting. This creation of transfer order and confirmation of the transfer order is an additional step that we need to do when we are in a warehouse managed storage location. So the transfer order is created. Let us now look at the stock. With transaction LS26. So we can see that some stock has come which is ready for put away in 916. So once we confirm the transfer order that I just created, this stock would come here in 916. And once it is in 916, you can PGI the delivery so that it goes out of the warehouse. So let us confirm the transfer order using transaction LT12. I select over here, it is already selected. Also, we see this target quantity 75 over here. Now this is seen because I have a setup in storage type 015 to remove full pallets of material, meaning if my pallet is of 100 quantity, and if I want to remove 25, the system is going to pick the entire 100. It will break the pallet. It will give me 25, and the rest 75 would be going to the storage type 015 again. So here in my example, I have a quantity 75 and I am picking 25, and 50 is going back as return to the source storage type. So this is not every time that we do, but just that it was available that way, I have just done this setting to demonstrate how SAP can help to deal with pallets. So now this transfer order is ready to be confirmed. I post this. Once transfer order is confirmed, let us see how the stock looks. Now I will just refresh this, and this 25 should come here as available in 916. So refresh, and you can see that 25 has come here and 50 remaining in 015. Now we'll check how the delivery looks. Now you can see the delivery overall pick status is C and overall WM status is also C, which means that the delivery is fully picked. Once you do a PGI, you can see that total goods movement status will be C. So after a PGI, this delivery is supposed to have moved out of the warehouse. So this is the major difference when you have a warehouse managed storage location. So I will do a PGI. Now you can see after we refresh, The 25 that was lying in 916 is completely gone out of the warehouse. So this is the way you had to do these additional steps in order to take the goods completely out of the warehouse. So this way we have seen a typical outbound process in a warehouse managed plant, and the exact difference how the process changes once we have a warehouse in picture. So we have these additional steps that we do: TO creation, the picking part, and the TO confirmation part, and finally PGI.